Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's your good buddy Fantastic Phil here. We're out for an evening stroll, and because it's been a busy couple days, I figure let me go ahead and shoot a very shaky video now. I'll admit it's a little tough to do. I'm pushing a stroller. My wife is here. Say hi, honey.
Hi.
Buddy, you want to say hi? He doesn't really talk too much when we're out. He just likes to look around. So yeah, it's going to be a probably very shaky cam, out of focus, and I'm probably going to be moving in and out of panel, or frame I should say, every few minutes. I'm not quite sure how Super Russ pulls it off, but he doesn't pull a stroller, I guess, at the same time. That might be why. So, oh, and there's my hand. See, there we go. I figured maybe this is a good time to talk a little bit about some of my artwork, like how I started and everything. This is probably weird because we're going to be going near people.
Yeah, should we go across?
Yeah, but okay, get to my right, please. I guess right off the bat I should say, and this is a topic for debate I've had with my wife and a couple people online have mentioned. If you saw me on the comic book crowd that might have been after the recording was done, we talked about it a little bit. I don't really consider myself to be an artist. It's just
I think you should.
it's just my mental space. And maybe during like the series of these videos you might find out why. Again, I apologize for not looking at the camera directly, but here we are. So I guess if I have to start at the beginning, I'd say like all kids like drawing, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree.
Yeah. And I'd have to think that maybe I first started like more kind of, I don't want to say more serious, but really got more involved into art. I wanted to say like 6th grade, but I think it was way before that. Started sketching things I saw like in Nintendo Power magazine, but I primarily tried to draw a lot of like Ninja Turtles, which I know my wife is not a Ninja Turtle fan. No. Yeah, I was like hard into Ninja Turtles at the time. That, and I remember drawing a lot of, besides Mario, to like Legend of Zelda.
There's no one around right now.
Yeah. Well, no, we just jinxed us though.
Where?
No, there'll be like hundreds of people jumping out like ninjas. But around that time in grade school, specifically Legend of Zelda, is the first time I remember, I guess, something that I didn't quite understand until I was in college, maybe a little bit later. I had drawn a picture of, you know how like in Legend of Zelda when you're all powered up, I know you don't like Legend of Zelda because it's good. Well, you know when you're all powered up and you like use your sword, it like shoots a laser.
Yeah.
So I remember drawing a picture. It's supposed to be of Link, you know, the hero, attacking Ganon in a castle. And I remember he was shooting the laser or whatever from the sword, hitting Ganon. And I thought it was a great picture. And I remember my art teacher, so this was definitely like 4th, 5th grade Central School, Mr.
Don't see an audience. The dog was looking at you.
Mr. Mag, which, hey, think of 4th or 5th grade humor, and you might know what everybody used to call him. Anyway, I said, hey, can you hang this up? Because that was like a very big thing. Like if you drew a nice picture, had a nice piece, you would, he would put it up and, be like a little point of pride. And he was like, I'm not putting this up. This is a terrible picture. It's like, what? And he's like, look, you have this guy with a sword attacking this old man, and is this blood spurting? I was like, no. And I didn't know how to articulate, hey, it's the Legend of Zelda. He's shooting a laser. And I remember some kid in my class actually stood up and said, no, it's actually a really good picture. He's shooting it's from the Legend of Zelda. He's shooting a laser out of his sword, and it's a sword strike. So Mr. Mag put it up begrudgingly for, I want to say it was like maybe a week, and then it just like disappeared. So we're going to come back to that kind of lesson much later on too, because that kind of was the first time I experienced something like that, where it was like, well, you know, some people can view this in a different way that you don't intentionally tend to. And that's kind of like, if you've been following Bat-tober, why I don't do really kind of violent pictures or whatnot. I try not to. Anyway, skipping ahead, of course. I think the first time I started getting really kind of hard into drawing, I guess, if you want to say that, 6th grade. We had our little 6th grade newspaper, which I remember I won an award for, honey. I don't know if I ever told you this, because I named it. It was the 6th grade scoop.
Wow.
Yes, straight from my brain.
Is that being sarcastic or being
No,
serious?
I'm 100% serious.
I've never heard of this.
You know what I got for it? Nothing.
I was gonna say.
And my contribution, I did a film review of the Ninja Turtle movie, which was probably out like a couple months at least.
That was horrible.
At this point.
The movie was terrible.
The original movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the original movie?
I don't know. I saw a movie.
1990, honey. Those were the days.
About the year, but I remember seeing it. I was like, this is really cheesy.
Well, let me ask you, was Vanilla Ice in it?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Was it in feudal Japan?
No.
So you probably, and it was a live action, it wasn't a cartoon.
Correct.
I hate to tell you this, honey, but your Ninja Turtle movie taste might be off, but we'll work on it. We'll get her there together.
No.
Everybody, the community will work on it.
Thank you.
I guess they're redoing this. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Is this the one that just sold?
No.
No.
The
Yeah, so...
one that just got renovated, I thought. Remember?
I don't think
An
so.
addition.
Yeah. So anyway, I submitted my own little Ninja Turtle mini comic. I remember they fought Leatherneck. I don't know if you know him, honey. He was a big mutant crocodile that lived in the sewers. And from there, the next piece I really remember doing, it was obviously for like a magazine day type of thing in math class. This was like maybe 7th grade, Mrs. Hesse's class. She was a friend of my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she just retired, I think, last year. And from what I understand, owns a, what do you call it, antique shop now. Not far from here. But...
That's pretty good business to get into, actually.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the assignment was like, hey, draw... Oh, it's not a snowblower. It says lawnman.
Oh.
Draw a poster about math. So, good luck with that. Today, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, what do you mean? You want like pluses and minuses and stuff? But no, I remember, and this was about the time I started collecting the Marvel superhero cards, because I hadn't read a Marvel comic yet.
Wow.
Maybe Brute Force, actually, come to think of it. This is probably all around the time. Thanks, honey. And I made a drawing of the Hulk, Punisher, and Wolverine, and I remember drawing on it and saying, math is like a superhero. Incredible.
There you go.
Spoiler alert to kids out there. If you somehow are watching this with your parents, math is not incredible. And if math was like a superhero, then that would be like the most boring superhero. That would be like, I don't even know, because I don't want to. I'm trying to think, who's a boring superhero? I don't know. I guess insert your own. You know what it is? If I had to make that poster now, knowing what I know today, I would change it to say, math is like the Morbius movie.
Green Lantern?
No, when he's done well, he's done well. But I was just about to say something brilliant. I was going to say, math is like the Morbius movie.
I've never seen the movie.
I did, but I feel like I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
It's like confusing.
I didn't.
Forgettable.
Yeah.
If you're like me, because I have poor penmanship, very sloppy. And, ultimately, like, I guess if you want to say, using a calculator or something, it is kind of a waste of time. But no disrespect to any math teachers out there. Of course, it's just, come on, it's math. What are you going to do? Anyway. And I remember the Hulk being really good. I think I screwed up Wolverine's
What kind of
claws.
math? They're so different.
That's not this discussion, honey. Go to a math YouTube channel or something.
Are you generalizing as an old math?
Yeah, I'm going to call my buddy Sam up. I don't know if he's any good at math. These are mosquitoes, by the way, honey.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's any good at math, but now I'm going to start a new YouTube channel just about math with my buddy Sam. I'm going to call it, you ready for this?
No. Holy cow.
Yep, get on the other side. I'm going to call it the Algebros.
What is going on there?
That was really funny, and you just ignored that.
No, because I'm focusing on not getting bit here. You're getting it to your head.
Oh, let's go for a walk after work. Well, it's fall.
Well, we don't really have any other choice. And no, it's not fall. It's hot right now. It doesn't feel like fall.
It's still fall.
It's 81.
Indian summer.
It's 81 degrees.
Indian summer.
I know, I want to take advantage of it while we can, because next week it's going to go down.
So, yeah, I'm going to start, I was saying brilliantly, a new math-based YouTube channel with my buddy Sam. And I don't know if he's good at math, but he's very entertaining. And we're going to call it the Algebros.
He was on your show once.
Again, the third time I'm going for the joke because my wife is just not listening. We're going to call it the Algebros.
There you go.
What do you think of that?
Very clever. Go for it.
Damn right.
Didn't you guys have a band?
That's an inside joke. So around that time as well, going back to Nintendo Power Magazine, I remember they had a contest where you could submit your own concept art, I guess, if you will, and with the theory that maybe it will one day be made into a video game. Now, I'll say this, with Nintendo Power Magazine, I had a subscription for a long time when I was a kid. In retrospect, I probably didn't read it as much as I looked at pictures and maps and hints and cheats. And I got my name in it once, remember? I showed that to you? Yeah. So I knew nothing about the contest because that would have meant reading until after the fact. They did a nice big spread on the winner who supposedly, and I've been unable to verify this and I don't know what issue it is in, but if I could ever find it, I'll take a look. But supposedly, Rob Liefeld, remember Rob Liefeld?
Yeah.
Where do you remember him from?
I don't know, I just know the name.
He co-created Deadpool. He's a guy, he does not draw legs well.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly, somebody told me this once, so I'm going to say it's unverified, that he actually was the winner of the contest before he was involved in comics. Right, and because I'm brilliant.
That's not a valid point then.
Because I'm brilliant, at some point in my teens, I threw out all of my Nintendo Power magazines, so I can't go back and look at that and say, oh, here it is. But anyway, and from that point on, I started trying to design my own little video games, and eventually, because now we're starting to get more into comics, started to try to make my own comics, which I think every comic fan around that age does at one point or another. And it was at that point, I remember I actually submitted like one of the things to Nintendo. They kind of sent it back to me like, stay in school, kid, and
really?
here's your drawings. We can't keep this because of legal reasons.
I didn't know this either.
Yeah, and it was just a mess. It was just, okay, here's a guy with a sword, and now he's got a gun. Now he's got a gun, sword, and a robot. It was like, again, I was like in the 5th or 6th grade, so you picture all of that, just thrown up on paper pretty much. Like,
your dreams crushed?
No, because it was like, stay in school, study computer science, and then going back to math class. I remember, fast forward, I think it was my 8th grade math teacher was like, you're really not good at math, and maybe you should think about, well, he was a dick.
Yeah, that is kind of...
And he was like, maybe you should think about a profession other than what you wanted to. It's like, whatever.
Teachers are there to encourage you, not discourage you.
He was a bad teacher.
Yeah, apparently.
But, trying to think, past then, I guess because then I was really getting, so we're talking like early 90s, 93, I would sketch basically right out of comics.
Oh, someone's coming across. Yeah.
So, and it'd be great if I just showed off, like, I guess my drawings from this time, because then I started putting together like a portfolio and everything too.
I know, they're downstairs. Is that the one?
No, that's not the one actually. But yeah, like if you go through my old sketchbooks, like I would look at like a page from Generation X and I would sketch that up because I really liked Chris Pacello's style. I thought it was interesting. Gen 13, same thing. I'm gonna save high school and college for part 2 because that's when things get really interesting. So in the meantime, honey, you have anything you want to say to anybody?
Thanks for watching.
My son doesn't want to say anything. I ask that. Peace, love, and comics. Talk to you soon.